Hello and welcome back to the Minorities Report. I'm Chris.
I'm corrupt.
We're back to celebrate Morbius sweep.
Woo!
We finally got around to watching Morbius. It was
A movie.
it was the movie of all time. It had the story. It had the characters. The characters were characters. So yeah, we finally watched Morbius, and it is as terrible as everyone said. It is. I'm surprised Sony let this out.
Like, yeah, because it's such a bad movie.
Like there is so much that is wrong with Morbius. Like, first of all, character doesn't work solo.
Not at all. He needs Spider-Man or somebody.
He needs Spider-Man or Blade or the Midnight Suns. He doesn't work solo as an anti-hero. That's what they set him up to be, as an anti-hero. The villain is god-awful.
It's Matt Smith.
Which is a shame because it's Matt Smith.
Yeah,
like,
he's
I know
wasted in this role.
It's weird. He always gets villain roles, and a lot of the stuff is just not good. Like, he was the embodiment of Skynet in Terminator Genesis. Remember that shit film?
Oh, really? That was him. That was him.
Yeah, he's the one that turns John Connor into a Terminator.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you wouldn't have recognized Matt Smith because that's when he like shaved his hair. I think this was like sometime after Doctor Who.
Like, holy shit, he gets these terrible fucking roles in these bad...
Yeah, he's gonna be in the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon.
Okay, so I have a cat, and my cat keeps trying to bite the mic, and I don't quite know why. So, if some random noise happens, it's because my cat keeps trying to bite the mic, and I'm not quite sure why. Why are you trying to bite the mic? Stop! It's cute. It's annoying. Stop it. Here we go. There we go. I'm taking back power over the mic. There we go.
The man defying the pussy. The patriarchy in full effect.
The patriarchy is here. Alright, but yeah. Basically...
Yeah, like, the story, like, the pacing of the film is just so out of whack. Like,
it really
it's
is.
like, it starts off with, like, it starts off with Morbius doing fucking something with bats.
Experiment.
Then
Basically,
it goes to a flashback. Then it comes back to, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed. I assume it's after the first scene because he's just in his lab and he's like testing with bats.
So it's weird because they don't really explain what he's doing with the bats. They just talk about how bats, and I guess it's because bats drink blood. Vampire bats drink blood, and he has like a blood disorder. He's trying to do something with bats to cure the blood disorder or to fix it. The problem, though, is that, like, nothing is really made clear in the movie, and the pacing, like you mentioned, is so all over the place. Like, at times, the movie feels like it's moving really slow or really fast.
Yeah.
Hell, we don't even...
And, yeah, like I said, the villain motivation is just, like, it's like, oh, you have a cure? Like, give it to me now. And, like, he's there, and he sees, like, how much fucking pain that Morbius is in, and he's like, oh, I need that. Oh, yeah, I want that. Then he gets it, and then he kills one person, and he's like, yep, I'm okay with this.
Exactly.
If it means I get to be normal, I'm okay with killing people. That's pretty poggers.
Exactly. Like, there's no build up to him becoming a villain. He's just evil, and that's pretty much it. And I guess
he's just like the protagonist. This is essentially Sony trying to do Venom again, but even worse. Like
Oh
we all
my
know,
god! I never thought about that.
we all know my thoughts on Venom. It's mediocre.
Yeah,
It's a
pretty
mediocre
much.
film.
It's I would say that.
It essentially is take a character that is traditionally a villain, even though Venom nowadays is anti-hero or hero, but traditionally he is a villain. Make him the anti-hero. The villain of the story is the same as him. That's what they did for the first Venom film.
Yeah.
They did it again for Morbius. Make someone that
Yeah.
is traditionally a villain, make him the anti-hero. The villain is someone like him.
Yeah, exactly. And then have them fight in like this really hard to follow mess of a fight scene, which is a weird. Which okay. So you would think in a superhero movie or a supervillain movie, whatever, there would be like crazy action and fights. This movie really doesn't have that. Like they fight kinda twice. The second time really sucks because it's mostly just Morbius gets clawed by like the villain, and then he falls on the ground and the villain is about to kill him, and then bats come and
Yeah,
like
suddenly all these bats just suddenly appear, like out of just no. Apparently, there's just bats somewhere.
all the bats underneath the city, I guess.
Why are there just bats underneath the city?
Like where did they come from?
Exactly.
It just like it just seems so all over the place.
Like, oh God. And then just some scene choices, like the Matt Smith dance.
Oh my god, remember that music that he was dancing to too? It was hilarious.
Like, oh, like what? Why
Like,
was?
so they cut out all of Spider-Man scenes and kept in Matt Smith dancing.
They also cut out the it. It's. I'm just kidding. It's me, Michael Morbius. They kept in the I am Venom, but there's no context to that. Because the thing is, we don't know if this is in the same universe as Venom, so it makes no sense. It's just more of a fourth wall breaking meta joke. And then that's supported with the whole "I'm just kidding. It's me, Michael Morbius, here to
Yeah,
help." Like
exactly.
that's the quote unquote joke. It cut out the second half, so the
And
whole "I am Venom" makes no sense
and
as a
it
build up to a fourth wall breaking meta joke because you don't
exactly
have the second half.
exactly because it's like we don't, like you said, we don't even know if they're in the same universe, if they're in the same universe or not, because they went through all this trouble to make it seem like this standalone movie up until the end, where of course Vulture shows up. But like, oh yeah, spoilers for who fucking cares. The like it's so jarring, and I don't really understand like why they even included that joke in if they weren't going to follow it up. There's a lot of choices in this movie that I don't really get. Like, I don't really get the fact that everyone in this movie seems to be everyone he attacks seems to be like somebody who quote unquote has it coming to them. Like one guy called Morbius like a freak, and then he gets killed. And like another guy like is rude to the villain, and then he gets killed. I don't know. It just seems like they wanted to bring up like excuses or reasons for a villain to do villainous shit, and I don't know. It just annoyed me. And I know that's a weird tangent to go on, but like that just irritated me when I saw it.
Nah, I get you. Like, so what was the point of Tyrese's character? The cops.
Oh my god, like what?
I kind of forgot that they were there.
So did I. I completely forgot about them. Like I don't understand the point of their characters at all. It's like they were, I guess They were there for the audience. Actually, I can't even really say they were there for the audience because that's what the female doctor was for. She was more or less for the audience. They just kind of served no. I guess they were there to give to chase around Morbius and to make it seem like he had to constantly be on the run. That's about the only thing I can think about. Because other than that, I have no idea why they were even there.
Yeah, like.
Remember when he says, "You don't want to see me when I'm hungry"? That shit
Oh
made me
god.
laugh.
Yeah, like. Yeah, like a lot of the. Yeah. You can sum up this film with why.
I feel like it was. So what I think Sony's trying to do is build their own Marvel Cinematic Universe, but
The thing that,
around Spider-Man.
but the thing is, they're doing it without Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and they're doing it with like characters that don't work by themselves. Like, let's see, like, and they're also doing it with like sometimes like either just real not well, they're like either somewhat known characters or like totally obscure. Like the fucking new one they announced, El Muerto, a character that's had 2 appearances. Or Jackpot.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know who El Morito is. I only know who
No one
Jackpot is
does.
because she showed me who she is. That's it.
Yeah, like Sony should just like I. The thing is, while I don't like the idea of Disney being a monopoly and just owning everything, at this point Disney should just fully buy the rights because Sony is doing garbage with them.
I mean, Sony doesn't even know how to use these characters in the first fucking place.
No, they got lucky with Venom.
Oh, so we're gonna get a new black chick then. Like, Sony doesn't know. Sony is trying to build like this new universe, but my thing is you can't really do that for several reasons, right? We don't have Spider-Man, who should be the nucleus of this like entire thing. And instead we just have like the universe, these origin stories for these like you said, either obscure or like rare, barely known characters. Like I told you, I don't know who El Morte is. El Morto is. I only know about Jackpot because you told me about her.
Yeah.
And I follow Marvel shit, and I didn't know about any of these characters.
Nah, like if you were to rate Morbius, what would you give it?
If I were to rate Morbius, I want to fucking shit on Morbius some more. But if I had to rate Morbius, I would probably give it a 3. Why not?
A 3?
It's not. It's not that bad, but like
It's hilariously bad.
it is. But like I'd probably give it a 4.
I would probably give it the same, like 2.5, 3. It's hilarious how bad it is.
It
I
always
love the marketing. A new Marvel legend is like, yeah, fucking Morbius is a nobody with
all
that Spider-Man, Blade, or the Midnight Suns.
all we did. All really, what's funny about it is all we did was just make fun of the movie.
Yeah, it's a funny bad movie.
That's all we did was just make fun of it because it's just a bad movie. Like okay, so to go a little bit more into depth about it. So Morbius's motivation is to cure his illness, and the cure is to cure his illness. So he goes with, you know what? Vampire bats. That makes sense. Vampire bats drink blood. I have a blood-related illness. These two things go together. Like, who would even think of that? That's like if I said that's like if I broke my leg and I went, the only way to cure my leg is by having somebody who breaks legs cure my leg. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's like,
Because Morbius, vampire, like, I fucking find that.
it makes no fucking sense. And then when he does, initially get himself cured, right? He becomes like this primal monster. If he doesn't drink blood, he reverts back into like a bat monster thing, and then tries to kill and then drains the blood of everybody around him, which makes sense because that's what he does in the comics. The only problem with that, though, is that there's like no sort of remorse for the fact that he just killed a shitload of people on that fucking boat. Like, I'm supposed to believe that he's a quote unquote good guy or whatever, but he just does these really fucked up things and he just doesn't care. Or like when Matt Smith's character, who should be Hunger but for some reason wasn't Hunger, what was an original character, like killed a bunch of cops. He didn't do anything. He just ran away. Because I guess he was discovering that he could fly, so he jumped in front of a train and then flew away. And then, like, seconds later, he's like, I gotta stop. Wally? I don't remember I don't remember Matt Smith's character's name. Like, he's like, I gotta stop this character because he's doing fucked up shit. And I'm like, where was this energy before when he was killing those cops? Why didn't you stop him then?
Yeah.
You're like a fucking pussy. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's such a bad movie. Like, all the writing and the plot and the characters, like the characters have such weird motivations, and the dialogue is just, I don't know, it's shit on every fundamental level that you can be shit. Like, at most, the best thing I can say about Morbius is that it's a generic plot that doesn't, I don't know, it's a generic plot. That's about it. It's a generic plot with okay acting. There you go.
Sure, yeah.
That's the best thing I can say about it. It has a generic plot with okay acting, and the special effects aren't completely horrible, even if you can't tell what the fuck is happening when they fight. Like Venom.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh my god, you can't tell what the hell is happening in Venom's fights either. It's just kind of like black shit just sort of like bumping into each other.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did you like anything about this movie?
No.
Jesus, I like how like sure you are. Nah.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really, really bad.
You know what's funny? Like, we got through talking about this movie faster than any movie we've ever talked about that we watched together.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about it. It's just bad.
Pretty much, and the plot's like really straightforward, so there's nothing we can be like, oh, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and that, like, no, it's a really simple shit plot that like really fucking sucks. Like, Morbius is a vampire. I'm sorry, has a blood disease. He wants a cure. He gets a cure, but it turns him into a vampire. His friend steals the cure. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's no big action. There's not even any real action in the movie because most of it consists of them just talking. Shit. Oh, when he runs away from the police, there's like a little bit of action there, but yeah. It is probably the worst. It is probably the worst movie we've seen.
Probably, yeah. And we've watched Eternals and Black Widow.
Oh my god, I saw Black Widow twice. Ugh.
Yeah. Would you rather watch that than Morbius?
Mm, mm, mm. I don't know. The fact that I have to think about it makes me just makes me realize how terrible this movie was. Ooh, Black Widow was pain, man. The only thing I liked about Black Widow was like
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Yeah, that's about it. He was a funny character. I liked Red Guardian, but he was like shit on by that movie hard, man. They wouldn't let that nigga do shit. He got fucking he couldn't even defend himself. The only thing he got to do was beat up a minion. Oh, and run away from a bunch of prison guards. That's pretty much it. I liked Red
Yeah.
Guardian though. Oh, Eternals. Even Eternals I can say at least had
Channels was just boring. I don't think I
yeah,
would ever watch that again.
not
See, with
really.
Morbius, I can laugh at how hilariously bad it is. With Eternals, it was just boring as hell.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a really boring movie. Was that Ezra Miller, the guy who played the mind control dude?
No, he just looks like Ezra Miller.
Who was that?
I don't know. Um, he plays the Joker in the Robert Pattinson Batman in the deleted scene.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh, I still need to. Shit, I still need to watch that movie.
Mm,
There are movies that I need to watch. Like, there are movies that I need to watch. Is there any,
yeah.
like.
Aside from maybe the Northman, I'm pretty much catched up with all the films.
Oh, you want
I
to watch
watched
the.
I,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
watched Sonic yesterday.
How was it? How'd you like it?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, I love that fucking movie. It was so fucking fun and wholesome. I loved when they fucking fought Robot, this giant robot, and then Sonic like went gold, and then like just like ran through the fucking robot and shit. I love that. That was so cool. See, like, look at the excitement and happiness when I talk about Sonic. I love Sonic. That was so fun. Like I could talk about that movie for hours. I loved that movie. I loved all the characters. I wasn't sure and I understand why people like Agent Stone so much. I really like Agent Stone. He's funny.
Yeah.
And then like Sonic was a likable Sonic's adorable. I love Sonic.
So speaking about superheroes, I'm guessing we're done with Morbius.
God, yes. Let's move
Morbius
on.
sweep has ended. Did not make more $1 billion.
$4 billion.
So the She-Hulk trailer came out. You both saw it. It's all right aside from the CGI.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna
The
roll me.
CGI is not very polished.
Not at all. I'm looking forward to Shrek 4 though.
You mean Shrek 5?
I'm
We've
sorry,
had a
Shrek 5.
we have a Shrek 4, although a lot of people just don't like Shrek 4.
I'm looking for. All right, my bad. I'm looking forward to Shrek 5. She looks okay. So if I had to give, if I had to give a a comment or a review about the trailer, I don't know. I know I'm probably in the minority when I say this. I like on the CGI. I didn't care for it, and the humor just didn't really grab me. I will say I like the fact that she was like, "Oh, look at how really sexy I am! I'm so sexy." I don't know. I
Which
just thought
is
that
which
was
is the
funny.
point of She-Hulk.
Yeah, it's that she's really
Is that
sexy.
she is the person Jennifer wants to be.
Yeah, that's why she's like this.
So She-Hulk being like confident, sexy, liked by everyone is what Jennifer wants. It's the whole point of She-Hulk being like the opposite of the Hulk.
Yeah, like I like the fact that they played up that angle of her character because they did really well in the trailer. Like some woman says, "Ooh, I like your ass."
Yeah.
and then she's on Tinder and she finds a guy that she really likes, and I'm like, yeah, I really like that part. It's just everything else, I don't know. What about you, Chris? How did you feel about it?
Like look, aside from the CGI, it looked fine. A lot of the jokes were just kind of hit or miss. Other than that, who knows?
I know you're gonna get mad if I say this. Do you remember that one movie we watched about the superheroes? What was
Oh,
it called?
the Melissa McCarthy one.
Yeah, that's what the humor reminded me of.
Oh God, try to not remember that film because it's definitely not good.
The only I think the only concept from that movie that you and I both liked was the fact that like psychopaths get superpowers but no one else can.
Uh, I don't know. I found that just to be weird.
I thought it was kind of I did think it was kind of stupid, but like I kind of liked it, and I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I kind of liked it, and I kind of think it's stupid because it's like that's kind of stupid that only like psychopaths would get superpowers. But on the other hand, I thought it was kind of an interesting way to do superpowers. I don't know. Let me
I
see.
guess so. Yeah.
But that's what the humor kind of reminded me of. It kind of reminded me of that, which was like, but like it was hit or miss. But I did like I said, I like the fact that they played up like the idealized version of her. Like I like that part.
Yeah.
Also, Abomination is in it, so I mean, I'm not surprised that Abomination would be in it though.
Oh yeah. Well, he was announced to be in it
Yeah.
after he after he had a pointless cameo in Shang-Chi.
Oh, you mean where he punches himself?
Yeah, where he fights Wong
Yeah. And then he punches
because
himself in the
we need to
face.
set up Abomination.
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna fight Shang-Chi. I wanted him to fight Shang-Chi, but he didn't.
Huh?
Like I thought like that was such a pointless fucking cameo for both characters. I really wanted him to fight, but like he didn't. I don't know. That just seemed utterly pointless to me too. Oh, speaking of things that are pointless, Chris,
Yeah.
give a give a side give a like let's bow our heads in mourning because Modoc has been canceled after one season.
Oh no. Anyway, I honestly forgot that Murdoch was a thing.
I have
That Murdoch
never
had a TV show.
I have never seen this show before. I kind of want like I'm kind of curious to see what an episode of Modoc would be like. Like
Uh,
why would you make I'm not going to make you watch it. Like why would you make a TV show out of Modoc, especially like a comedy out of like a C tier villain who no
it
one
has,
really
it
knows
has
about?
there's Patton Oswalt as
Ew.
Murdoch.
I mean, they're about the same shape, so I guess that makes sense.
Hey, Sonic's in it, and Schwartz.
Who's in it?
Sonic, Ben Schwartz.
Oh, I still don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't either. Like,
Let me see here. Oh, you want to talk about some of the shit that got canceled?
oh yeah, what else got cancelled?
Naomi from CW got canceled. Oh,
Yay!
oh my god. Oh my god. I got so pissed off at you when you said, well, shit, I forgot.
CW's getting a brain, but it's about killing your channel.
Yes, yes, exactly it. You knew exactly what I was getting, what I was mad about. I was so pissed off at you because it's like, dude, I have no content on my channel. Like, why do you want my channel to die? See that, like, they canceled Batwoman, so now I feel like, so now, and I started, just when I started making Batman, just when I'm starting to make fucking Batwoman review, like, Batwoman show reviews to shit on that show. Like, they cancel it. It's like, okay, that sucks, but I can still make fun of Naomi. And then they canceled Naomi.
I'm
I
not
will
surprised. Like, yeah, Naomi,
look terrible.
it looked so bad. Did you see that clip of her flying?
No, I have not.
I wish I could find it, but there's like a really, a really poorly like composited and like CGI or whatever, like her flying, and it's like, oh, this isn't good.
Oh my god, I'm
I'm
so disappointed.
I'm I'm really surprised that the CW actually grew a brain and is canceling these shows.
Like, they're horrible.
Like
It's
getting rid of Batwoman, getting rid of like Naomi, Legends. Oh, I haven't watched Legends in ages, so I can't really say the quality of that show. But like, I'm surprised.
they're getting rid of these terrible shows, and it's killing my channel.
Oh no.
Also, I mean, I guess I can make fun of Charmed, but like, no one knows what the hell. No one even watches Charmed, so I'd have an audience of like 2 people.
Did they bring back Charm?
Yeah, they brought back Charmed like a long time. It's like this. It's super woke and super terrible. Let me give you a description of the villain, of the bad boy villain. He
Yeah.
is. Let me see. You know what? I will. Let me Google it for you real quick. He is called a typical narcissistic white boy. That is his description. Here we go. Cliche of a straight white male. That is that is his description.
Oh God.
Cliche of a straight white male. It is like so awful and so rich for what I want to make fun of, but like no one watches that show. So I would have like no one watches it. So I'd have nobody to actually watch the videos. Like at least at least if I made fun of something like 13 reasons why, like people would watch it because like everyone knows what 13 reasons why is.
Yeah.
It's just I personally don't want to slog through that show because it looks fucking awful. Like, or Euphoria. Like, people know what these shows are. Let me see. What else has been canceled? Because we got like a big dump here. Also, heads off to Jest for some of these. Oh, Christopher Walken has been cast as the Emperor in Dune 2.
Interesting.
That's
See,
either.
Paul, this watch right here, shoved it up my ass.
No. I remember some show that he was in, some movie that he was in, when some guy threatened to shoot him, and he's like, if he didn't do what the guy wanted, and he was like, no. And the guy
No.
said, I have a gun. He's like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, that shit made me fucking laugh, man. Like, holy fuck. Christopher Walken is a legend. I love Christopher Walken. Oh, did you see the trailer for the Resident Evil series for Netflix?
Oh,
That looks terrible.
yeah, that. This is what everyone wanted, the story of Wesker's kids.
It's not like the thing is,
It's not
right?
even the kids, because it's not Jake.
It's like they took. I don't even know how to describe this movie, describe the show, because it doesn't really look like what it's based off of. It's like they took the outline of Resident Evil and Wesker and went, hey, let's completely change everything and fill it in with, like, I don't know, whatever this is. Like, Wesker's like a completely different character. Like, if you're gonna make Wesker, like, he has to be intimidating and look imposing.
Which the thing is, Lance Hendricks can, but like, I think he's just completely miscast.
He really is. And then you have, like, his daughters, quote unquote, and it's just like, this is all just so fucking terrible.
Now that's going to be as good as the film.
You mean the film we watched?
Yeah.
Remember when William Birkin transformed?
And he was suddenly some kind of like horror villain for some reason.
Yeah. It was just like, so he wasn't caught, like, the thing that I found weird about it was that he was conscious while he was transforming and mutating.
Yeah.
And it's just like, shouldn't you be like a mindless zombie? And it's just
I mean,
like,
I guess, yeah.
I mean, was he conscious when he was, like, in the games? Was he, like, aware of what was happening?
No.
So then where the hell did they get that from then?
Aside from like going after what's her name, Sherry?
Yeah.
Like, no, he was just a monster.
And then they had like one liquor in the movie and it gets killed.
I mean,
Really quickly.
it's just Resident Evil in a nutshell. They always just have.
Yeah.
What, one liquor?
I feel like at this point, yeah.
It's just so random how he died, though. It just gets choked to death, and it's just like, well, that's lame. I wanted to see the liquor, like, for more than 5 seconds.
Oh, we have a budget, boo-hoo.
That's true. And then they were in a town of, like, what, 5 people?
Yeah, nah, that's bad. This Netflix one probably got to be bad too.
It's gonna be really awful. I like watching shit that's gonna be cringe, but I have no interest in watching this. Oh, you know why? This is like my Cowboy Bebop moment. Remember how I refused to talk about Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah,
That's what this is for me. It like it's something I really like, so I don't want to really talk about it.
yeah, I get you.
It's like this is gonna be so bad. Then again, we watched the Resident Evil movie, so I guess I should watch this too.
Probably, yeah. You already subjected yourself to trash, so
I might as well just like give myself another dose of
commit.
cancer. Yeah, commit more cancer. All right, let's see. Hold on. We got some more stuff here to talk about. If you're interested,
Sure.
Nicholas Braun will star as cousin Greg in this week's episode of The Simpsons, which also includes an appearance from TikTok star Charlie D'Amelio. This is what she looks like. Hold on. Let me show you what she looks like. There she is. Charlie D'Amelio.
They didn't even try.
Not at all. They just
Looks like any e-girl.
they didn't
Any
even,
e-girl or TikTok star ever.
Pretty much, they didn't even try to make her stand out or look like the character. She's just a random e-girl. It's kind of a shame that like The Simpsons turned into this.
And knowing them, considering it's a female celebrity, it's gonna be something. It's gonna revolve around Lisa.
Oh yeah, everything revolves around her now. Oh, oh my God, Chris, there was an episode where like where Marge puts in SJW and then like Lisa gets really angry. I was so
God,
mad. What's that? What's an SJW? It was so bad. Oh my God! Like South Park is like not South Park. Fucking I don't know why I said South Park. The Simpsons is like 50 years behind everything. Like holy shit. I feel like it was a better product when it didn't try to like catch up with everything else. Oh, there's
pretty
a new.
much, yeah.
Let me see. And there, what else is good? Oh yeah, also Dynasty. Although I don't think you. Although I think out of the two of us, I'm the only one who knows what Dynasty is. I think.
I vaguely probably have.
Oh, that's been canceled too.
I know.
And
Anyway,
an Alan Wake TV series is coming to AMC.
oh, that could be interesting. Not sure how that would work. Hmm.
I don't. Okay, so I don't know if I should or shouldn't feel bad for this, but I don't know what Alan. I know what Alan Wake. I know that Alan Wake is a video game, but I have no idea what it's about.
All right, so the story of Alan Wake is Alan is a writer that's suffering from writer's block. He goes on a vacation with his wife. Um, finds out she kind of tricked him to see if he can get like out of his writer's block. He gets angry at her, leaves, but his wife suddenly goes missing, and then he wakes up like a week or two later, and he finds pages of a manuscript of a book that he has not written yet, or he was trying to write.
Ooh,
And whatever's in the pages is actually happening in real life, and he's being hunted down by this like dark supernatural force that wants to use the book to escape.
that sounds interesting. Is it fun? How is it?
Yeah, I enjoyed the game. Yeah, and the thing with the TV show because it's kind of like heavily inspired by Twin Peaks. I feel like it's just going to be Twin Peaks with a
Yeah,
different name,
I think so.
which don't necessarily think is a bad thing, but like I just would just watch Twin Peaks instead.
It's AMC, right? I bet you they're gonna
Yeah.
Walking Dead it.
Ah, God no. I hope not.
Like, if it's, I kind of want it to just be Alan and not have like too huge of a supporting cast. Although it might. I don't know how the games are. Like,
Not there's not that much of a supporting cast.
it's like I do like the concept of it because I do like the concept. It sounds interesting. And the games were good. You said.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out next year.
Oh shit! I gotta pick that up. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I'd be interested in watching. Let's see. What else? MODOK was canceled. Oh, you want to talk about Ezra Miller getting arrested?
What have they done now?
So,
They get arrested again. Jesus Christ.
yeah, Ezra Miller got arrested in Hawaii, and there was body cam footage that showed the confrontation with them or whatever. Um, basically, it was so it's Ezra Miller and a bunch of cops and I'll say they were screaming, "Let me see your badge number! Let me see your badge number!" And there was like, and they were like flashing. They had a camera. Like they had like a phone, like the phone camera. You know how it has a light on it, and they were
Yeah.
just like circling the cops, saying that, let me see your license, let me see your license, let me see your badge number. I don't want to know your name. And now Ezra Miller is charging the cops with a hate crime, or Ezra Miller is accusing the cops of committing a hate crime. What was weird the whole time was like, also, they said, don't touch my like, I don't want to be searched by a man because I'm trans, and I don't want you to touch my penis. It's like, it was weird.
How can be wait? How can they be trans if they identify as they?
That's what I said. Like, not only that, but Ezra Miller doesn't dress. Ezra Miller dresses exactly like a man, and I find it so weird that, like, so from what I understand, that Ezra Miller is, I think, like, what's that one writer from Marvel who's like non-binary and trans or whatever, like that. I think
Uh,
that's the deal.
don't don't know.
Uh, not shit. I forgot her name, or their name. Anyway, like, they're non-binary, and I think Ezra Miller is non-binary and trans, even though they dress like a
It's
dude.
kind of that's
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
yeah. Like
And like,
that's like saying you're a lesbian but you only date dudes. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
not
I'm pretty
really,
sure
no.
that's not how that defeats the purpose of both of those things.
Pretty much, if you're non-binary, how are you trans? Like, what are you transitioning into, yourself? Like, come on. Like, that makes no fucking sense. What are you like? You're trans. You're supposed to be transitioning into something else, not like. And then you're like, oh, I'm non-binary. So like, make up your mind. Either you're one or the fucking other. Also, I didn't know Ezra Miller was 29.
Jesus Christ, it's like fucking what 3 years older than me. Jesus.
Just imagine, Chris, if you had the ambition that Ezra Miller had, you could have they them pronouns, and you could work
I
on
could
your
be
life.
terrorizing Hawaii.
Yes. Also, like, Ezra Miller, I don't know, I didn't look at the video about the hate crime thing. I imagine it's in relation to the, like, what happened here, where like the cops like arrested him. Fuck it, him. Get mad at me if you want to. Like, where they arrested him, and like, that's what I think is gonna happen. I think that's what it's in relation to. As like, as far as everything else goes, like the "don't touch my penis" thing, I think that's also probably why, like, Ezra is saying they're committing a hate crime, because, like, they don't want men to touch them, or their penis or something. I don't know. Let me see. And I think that's pretty much it as far as the Ezra Miller thing goes. Let's see. And the last thing I guess we could talk about is that there is a. Hold on. Let me see this here. The last thing we can talk about is a new David Cronenberg movie called Crimes of the Future, which looks okay. It looks very late, like early 2000s ish. That's it. That's the end of the news that we have. This is probably the most news we've had in a while.
Probably, yeah.
Normally we talk about one subject for a really long time, but now we've talked about many subjects for a very short time. I think the longest thing
Yeah.
we talked about was She-Hulk. Oh, I will say She-Hulk also has a nice ass. There we go. I guess that's pretty much it as far as like topics go, and we kept it at an
Yeah.
hour like we always do,
Yeah.
which means less editing for Chris.
Me.
There you go.
Hooray.
All right, thank you for joining us again on tonight's episode of the Minorities Report. I almost said I'm Chris. Jesus Christ. My mind is slipping. I'm corrupt.
And I'm Chris.
Thank you again, as we'll probably come back when next week
Yeah.
for another episode of the Minorities Report.
Yeah. By then, we'll hopefully, or at least Corrupt finishes watching Doctor Strange
And
in the
Batman.
in the Morbius of madness.
Oh my God. You know what? This is what we can do. I'll watch Morbius. I'll watch. God damn you. I'll watch Doctor Strange, and then I'll watch Batman.
Batman.
That way, yeah, that way I can discuss it with you.
Sure.
All right. Oh, Skull also wants to watch Morbius now, so that's 3 times I gotta watch that fucking movie. God damn it.
Why is he now caving in one? He was so adamant with like I know I love trash, but I'm not watching Morbius. I have a limit.
And now he wants
I
to watch
guess
Morbius.
really,
You guess what?
like really, yeah.
Pretty much. And now it's like, yay, I get to fucking watch.
Had to watch it a third time.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill my dude, I want to kill myself. God damn, I hate you. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Boy.